what free agent out there makes the Lions a Super Bowl winner?
So I've talked about this with a few people, and we did a video on this on the 33rd team. I'm just curious to know which direction is Brad Holmes going. And what I mean is, he came from the Rams, and we saw the way Les Snead operated, where he decided just to go all in when he felt like he really had a shot. And they traded for Ramsey and they traded for Von Miller, and they just went all out and they won the Super Bowl. I'm just curious if he makes that bold, splashy move this offseason. The move I'm looking at is during the trade deadline, they talked about trading for Danielle Hunter. They called the Panthers by Brian Burns. They weren't interested, but he's set to be a free agent. I think he'll get tagged, but negotiations there have now gone well. Does he go all out for a player? Because right now the defensive line on the edge is Aiden Hutchinson and who else? If he goes out and gets one of those big names to pair up with Aiden, I feel like that team becomes a different level now. The secondary has to be addressed as well. I'm also just curious about the offensive line. I don't know how much you guys have talked about this, but when Brad came in, he kind of inherited that offensive line. There hasn't been much addressing there from him, at least. Now you have Ragnar with all these injuries. You have Decker with 1 year left. You have Jackson as a free agent. You have Glasgow as a free agent. They're going to have to address that eventually to make sure that core, or at least you have your next guys coming up. So what he does there as well is interesting. But for me, if he makes a splash move, I'm curious to see if he does anything at the defensive line, goes for a big name, because there are guys available on the market this year.
Who you throw 2 or 3 names out there for us, Ari? Let the people out there kind of salivate a little bit. Who are the top 2 or 3 guys?
So the top 3 are Brian Burns, I mentioned, Danielle Hunter 2, and then Bryce Huff with the Jets is super underrated. The guy gets to the quarterback all the time. Negotiations with the Jets have not gone well so far. I would be shocked if they tag him. If he gets to the market, he is so perfect for Detroit. So I don't know if it gets to that point, but he is the name, if he's able to get there, that I would love to see him with Aiden Hutchinson, because that guy gets to the quarterback so much. It's unbelievable how good he is.